What's up? What's up? It's a special tips episode. Get ready to listen to a quick tip and apply it into your life to accelerate your fertility results. And let's get fertile AF. Hi, I'm Dr. Aumatma of the Holistic Fertility Institute. Tip number 3 is around cycle tracking. We're going to break down all of the different types of tracking that you could be doing and what is the most effective to help you succeed on your journey to parenthood. So start with the basics. Cycle tracking, at the very least, you should know cycle day 1 of your last period. Secondarily, is ideal to know how many days of a period you had. The third is noticing any cervical discharge that you may notice when you wipe. So you don't have to stick your hands inside. You can just wipe and get a sense of whether you have a slippery discharge or a thick discharge. Those are all great pieces of information to put on a piece of paper or an app or whatever you like to use for tracking. So start with the basics. The third thing that you could add in is temperature tracking. Basal body temperatures are really insightful ways to access information about your fertility hormones and what's happening with your fertility from month to month. However, this needs a little bit of training in terms of how to interpret the data. So don't worry about interpreting. For now, just write it all down. When the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is stick a thermometer under your tongue to get a sense of what your temperature is every single morning. Secondarily, you'll see a jump in temperature. And when that jump in temperature is above half a degree or higher, that means that your body is confirming that you ovulated. Now, these are not great to predict ovulation. It's really great to confirm ovulation. Now, there are other things called LH strips, luteinizing hormone strips. There are some that are luteinizing hormone and estradiol. There are some that are luteinizing hormone and progesterone. There's all types of hormones that you could monitor via urine strips. If you would like to have a better sense of when you're ovulating, having an ovulation predictor kit is a really nice way to do that. It is not required. I do not suggest that you do this month in and month out for the next 2 to 3 years, if that is how long you are trying to conceive for. But it can be really insightful to do it for a couple of months so that you can have a sense of aligning when your luteinizing hormone peaks, when ovulation actually happens, and when your temperature rises, confirming that ovulation, you now have the full picture. You don't need to do this month in and month out. You can use it as information in training yourself and your body to interpret the signs and symptoms of what is happening with your fertility every single month. There are the more advanced ovulation predictor kits, such as Prove, Uva. There's quite a lot of these urine strips that are on the market. They're extremely expensive. They're a bit of an investment. I wouldn't say they're super expensive, but they're a bit of an investment. And they can, again, be really helpful to understand where your fertility is at. You don't need to do them every single month. So think about them as something you do in addition to your temperatures while you're learning your body, you're learning your signs and symptoms. But most of the time, once you have learned those pieces of information, you don't need to continue doing most of these predictor kits at home every single cycle. So tip number 3 is to learn your cycles and track your cycles to the best of your ability and do what you can, do as much as you can, but don't go crazy and don't go overboard with this. As I always say, the most important part is taking action. Taking imperfect action is fine too. Make sure to apply the tip into your life so you can get fertile AF. I'll see you soon.